Namaskar, Swagat. I'm Anila from Opportunity in India, and I'm a mentor to entrepreneurs, visionaries, events, and creativepreneurs. And I'm an integral part of Opportunity in India. And Opportunity in India is a beautiful, vibrant community of entrepreneurs, corporate leaders, of masters, experts who have joined together to showcase India, the shining India to the world. So we have started a series called Lens Through the Eyes of Opportunity in India. And in our first segment, this is our first segment, and we have invited Mr. Rohit Gupta. He's from the entertainment industry, and entertainment industry, we all know, entertainment industry it has such a big role in connecting the world, in making the earth as one place, internet and entertainment. So Rohit Gupta ji, a big welcome. He's the CFO of Zee Entertainment. And so Rohit, before I have made a series of question and answers, which we can actually showcase to the world that what in the entertainment industry in India is and how Zee is contributing to it. So a little about Rohit ji, he is a very, very vibrant person, but he's the CFO of such a big company, and he has a very, very versatile profile. He's loved by his team, he's loved by his friends, he's doing a lot of community work, and rest will come to know in due course as we talk to Rohitji. So Rohitji, namaskar and a big welcome. So please tell us a little about entertainment industry in India and something more. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Anila. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be part of this conversation, and thank you for the introduction. So yeah, I'm very excited to be part of the entertainment industry. I represent Zee Enterprises, and I've been with the company for now almost now 6 years. I've seen that entertainment is part of everybody's daily life, and the growth which this industry has seen in the last few years has been tremendous. I mean, in 1992, when Zee privatized, they used to be earlier before that there used to be just one single channels, and then came private channels, and then a slew of channels. And now in the last few years, driven by OTT and digital media, the M&A industry has really grown. Today, the whole industry stands at around 2.3 trillion, and it has growing at a CAGR of almost about 11% for the last 10 years. We didn't see that during pandemic. There were a little bit of, of course, quite a few industries, saw growth coming down. But post pandemic, again, the whole M&A industry grew very well. Last year was a little sluggish because of the FMCG, and the rural demand not picking up. But last couple of quarters, festive season, I have seen that the demand is coming back again to the festive, and I think everybody's seen the viewership in IPL. So the growth that we are seeing now is really unprecedented, and I think that is going to continue.
This is so wonderful. We have seen so many showcases of Zee, and today I really like chance of actually understanding from you the whole entire entertainment industry. So like we have prepared a few questions. So my second question in this context will be, in what ways do you believe the growth of the entertainment industry contributes to the overall development of the country? How do you connect the two? The development of the country and the entertainment industry. Yes.
Yeah. See, it's all to do with how do consumers consume the content, and what
Sure.
we have seen is that earlier we had a penetration of TV which was almost about 70%, but now even where TV is not present because of OTT, people are consuming more and more content. So you have the bigger screen, you have the TV screen, and now you have the smaller screen, and content is consumed across the screens. So what happens is when this entertainment industry grows, it gives many more jobs. It's not only, and we've seen, how sports has done. Like I was just saying, the IPL will this current session has been record breaking, and of course that what that means is that so many families, so many people in this current doing they are, and which means that more and more people are giving advertisements. There are more and more, shows are coming on OTT, which means more business for actors, producers, and the whole production team. So the entire ecosystem is linked to it, and therefore, if this industry grows, the Indian economy, which is already growing at, we just saw the data for quarter 4, so it's upwards of 7%. So the contribution of entertainment industry is massive in this case.
So true. I think entertainment industry is the mirror of the development of a country. So it's a reflection how the country is growing.
Yeah.
The thought process, etc., is reflected directly. So thank you so much for sharing this. And my next question will to you is: can you highlight some key factors driving the expansion of the industry and its positive impacts in the economy?
So see, India's population is very young, and the incomes are rising, and we continue to translate this into a rapid growth in discretionary spends. So, conducive digital infrastructure and competitive data pricing of data are driving the digital adoption in India. And this is paving way for the long-term growth of OTT ecosystem. So, unlike several developed TV markets, here, because like I said, TV penetration is still not 100%. So that is also growing, and OTT is also growing. So overall, if you see the content consumption, more and more content consumption is happening. Did you get your answer?
Thank you.
I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Your answers are so short, so crisp, and so they're exhibiting the real clarity. Thank you very much. So now, we would like to correlate with the entertainment industry with the national development. So I have a few questions based on that. What factors do you think make India an attractive destination for foreign investment in the entertainment sector? And we know that globally, Indian entertainment industry is globally shining. So yes, over to you.
Yeah. No, of course, see, for all foreign investors, India is a big market. One, like I said, the number of people who are consuming content is very large. It's just second to China in terms of number of users, and it has had a substantial CAGR. So we are, like I said, we have a CAGR of 10 to 11% and expected to grow 10 to 11%. So probably one of the fastest growing large sectors, and so from that perspective, we've seen a lot of investors coming to India. We already know how Netflix is investing in India.
Yes.
We know how is investing in India. See, earlier it was only giving foreign content, but now they are giving a lot of Indian content, Hindi,
Yes.
regional languages.
Yes.
Same with Hotstar, which is owned by Disney. Again, Disney acquired this from the earlier companies. So they have been, so a lot of, and this is only the big names I'm talking, but even in the ancillary part, many people are focusing on India. We also in Zee, we have many foreign alliances, and therefore, whichever way we see that, there is a lot of participation of FDI in this sector. But of course, this is in the entertainment side. And on news, of course, there are certain restrictions and so on.
Okay, yes. That's like a very encouraging. Thank you so much. And so the next question is, could you discuss any recent initiatives or policies that have facilitated foreign investment in India's entertainment industry? Like basically, we would like to understand that India is welcoming foreign investment. Have they made this environment conducive? The entire ecosystem, is it conducive for foreign investment in India?
Yes, it has. And I mean, there are no, I think very recent changes which may have happened, which are regarding foreign. But the government of India has already implemented initiatives such as driving digitization of cable, and that is attracting institutional funding, increased FDI limit in cable and in DTH. Now I think limit is now up to about 100%. I think deterrents which were there earlier, they have been removed, and a lot of foreign direct investment is coming, like I said, not only in the mainstream entertainment companies, but also in a lot of ancillary to entertainment companies in whichever form. So whether it is VFX, animation, AI, all these segments which help in creating of content and then distribution of content, that's where the investment is coming in, and India has strengthened its incentive policy for foreign filmmakers and to conduct shoots in India. So I think currently we have treaties with 16 countries where we shoot or they shoot, and there are certain benefits which are available.
Thank you so much. And since we all know Opportunity in India, which is founded by Asim Mehra, and we all are part and support of Asim Mehra's vision. So the whole idea is that other companies abroad, the global companies abroad, they see the Indian market, as encouraging. And today we is Rohit Gupta, and Rohit Gupta is CFO of Zee Entertainment, and we are trying to understand encouraging the entertainment industry is for foreign collaborations, for foreign investments, etc. And so my other question to you is, how do you envision collaboration between domestic and international players shaping the future of Indian entertainment industry? So do you see a lot of collaborations happening in this area? You have already suggested a few things, but if you would like to further elaborate.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So, see, one of the biggest collaborations we have seen in the recent times has been the merger between Disney Hotstar and Jio. So that is one which is clearly something which is a mega merger. There was a similar merger which was happening between Zee Entertainment and Sony. Unfortunately, that got called off because of various reasons. But yes, that merger was also on the cards. So what I'm trying to say is that the whole idea of domestic companies and international companies is a trend which has started about a few years back, and that is going to continue. So there is going to be one consolidation. Secondly, like I said, the whole market is very lucrative for the foreign investors to come to India. Plus, the Indian players also see a lot of advantage of collaborating with foreign players, simply because one, they learn a lot about the whole content creation and the ideas, and there is an exchange of content ideas. And also, I don't know if you see, but more and more content in the form of web serials, etc., are now happening in two forms. One, there are K dramas, like Turkish dramas. They are either dubbed in Indian languages and shown as content, or they are again repurposed. And and Zee has also made many films like that, where the storyline has come or the inspiration has come from foreign content, and then we have made it to local languages. Similarly, Indian content is also used in other. So a lot of it is it done in Middle East, in Africa. So Zee also has operations outside of India, where we use Indian content and repurpose. So maybe in the local language we do that. Then there are things like technical setups where collaborations are used, and then, like I said, localized experience of international players always has a exciting potential to make up truly two-way flow of content. I think I already spoke about VFX, animation, AI segments. So again, there are increasing collaborations with operators from outside of India and operators from India, and we are taking benefit of international players. Understanding and wherever we see that there's an opportunity where we can bring in. An example has been the Warner Brothers. They set up their capability center at Hyderabad last year, and that's their greenfield office in Asia. So many tie-ups are happening. So I think there's a lot of collaboration already happening, and in my sense is that in times to go forward, there are many more collaborations which can happen, and we both can benefit. The international players and the domestic players.
Great, great, great. So, Rohitji, this is like the attention that India is getting from the world, and how can India, how can this be a reverse place? How can India go to other countries?
So I missed the last part. Sorry.
Yeah, how today, how can India go to the rest? How can India contribute to other countries in the entertainment industry?
Yes. Yes. See, I think, Indian players produce a lot of content. So at Zee, we produce more than 500 hours of content every week. That is anywhere in the world, 500 hours of original content every week. So what happens is that Indian content is liked by a lot of viewers outside of India. There is a huge Indian diaspora, as you are already aware, and also many other international communities. They like Indian content. So India contributes by producing larger content, bolder content, and that is viewed by our consumers, outside of India, both Indian diaspora and also there is a lot of community which likes Indian content. That is one. The second is, like I said, when there are collaborations, there is give and take. So again, we learn a lot about how the technical abilities are there, and there's, of course, we can also help in that segment as well. So there are many countries to which we are also providing a lot of technological advice. So then there's technology. And then, of course, we are broadcasting. So we are broadcasting in many countries as well. We are also have OTT content available outside India. So in many ways, India is actually contributing, to international players.
Thank you so much. This is a question I don't know. This is not part of the question which I have suggested, but this is a question which just came to my mind. So we are talking about OTT, we are talking about other gaming and everything. How about the live entertainment? Are we talking about that?
No, a good question. Live entertainment is definitely a part of offerings that our company makes. We had a one of the divisions called live entertainment, so which includes music shows, concerts, and so on. And there are already players who do that. But let me say that live entertainment in India is still very fragmented kind of field. Not many consolidated players are there. There are concerts which happen. The West is quite ahead of us when it comes to live entertainment. I think this area needs consolidation, and Zee is definitely trying to capture this market and trying to consolidate it. Yeah, and I think the more larger players come, the more this market will grow. I clearly see a lot of growth already happening in the last few years. There are many more concerts which now take place. And maybe in the next coming years, this will become one of the big growth areas.
Anything that you would like to add on, seeing the objectives and purposes of OII and other things, if you would like to add to this session? Over to you.
So I think, first of all, I would say that very exciting. It's, for me personally, I've always felt that this is one of the fields which very closely, related to people. So understanding the profile of your consumers, and especially because everything, as your consumers change, your serials also change. So what I'm trying to say is a very deep psychology, which is which we have to keep as the society also emerges. There are many more things that are emerging in society, and therefore the content also narrates what's the society. Women are coming to the forefront. That's one big theme which is running today. Women taking lead, whether it is the politics, it's a village politics, it's the household politics, and so on.
Thank you
Secondly,
so much. Yes. So I think entertainment industry in itself has a very big responsibility, in shaping up the society and shaping up the family structure, etc. And to a great extent, it is yes doing it. It has empowered people. It has empowered women, folks, and it is showcasing what is actually happening. It needs a lot of courage and boldness to showcase that, and is actually doing it. So another thing, at YI, we are getting a lot of inquiries from people abroad. They really want to come and join hands with the industry, maybe the production houses and other segments. So how exactly these small players, not said it's about the very big players, but there are a lot of small players all across the world who are really inspiring to come to India, because India has a very vibrant culture and all that. So what suggestion or what thoughts you have on this?
So I think, first of all players are more than welcome in this industry. There are a few large players, but believe me, there are a number of smaller players also in the industry. And this industry, we work in all regions. So it's south, north, east, and west. It's as Bollywood is quite concentrated in Bombay, which is on
Mumbai,
the west
yes,
side.
yes,
But there is a equally bigger industry in Telugu, and then again in Tamil, and now Kannada is coming up very well. There is also a very big industry in East Bengal, I mean in Bengal, so West Bengal. There is the other markets which are coming up are Punjabi. Punjabi is coming up in a big manner, Marathi. So India is not one language. There are many languages. We already, we have chosen roughly around 13 to 14 languages on our channels, and opportunities are huge for every player, whether it's the Indian content or whether it is any part of the and content creation, even the technical side, VFX studios, animations. So whichever way, there's a lot of opportunity for players to come in India, and all the players are not very large. There are many players who are smaller as well. There are many production houses with which we work who are actually great, and they're smaller production houses. So I think you just have to find something new and innovative. If you
you,
have any
yes.
ideas and people want to come and showcase that, people are ready to work with them.
Wonderful. So another question which is triggering now, like I'm of the questions, it's like this communication is triggering more and more questions.
Of
So
course.
yeah. So the thing is there like entertainment industry? Is there enough potential, or is there is it saturated, or is there enough potential for more players, more
Yeah.
people, more content?
No, there is there's a lot of potential.
Okay.
And there's a lot of potential. To OTT, of course, has potential. But let me tell you one thing. It always feels we are saturated because there is just so much content available on YouTube, on
Yeah.
various channels, and everything. It feels. Having said that, every now and then a new show will come and change the entire paradigm. Now, for instance, formats like Kaun Banega Crorepati or Kapil Sharma, or even your this Tarak Mehta Ka Chashma, or Sare Gama,
Yes.
Nachin. Some all these shows have been running for so many years now. Okay, but
Yes.
something new, Big Boss, these are all formats which were there, but something new always keeps coming in and challenges it, and it moves on and creates. So potential is there, but it takes time. It's not like as if, you can just, do one thing and then expect that to immediately be absorbed. People take time to understand, and then once they are convinced that yes, they are happy with the content, they will grab it.
Question which I would really like to ask is opportunity in India, because this we are on the platform of opportunity in India. So how can opportunity in India be helped in creating this global like global investment? How can we attract that? How can we be bigger facilitators in doing this? Yes.
I think it's just, this whole country is booming. This whole country is growing massively. We are seeing our economy growing by about 7 to 8%. When the whole country grows, of course, media and entertainment is not going to be left behind. It is going to grow as well. It is going to be one of the drivers for the growth, big drivers for the growth. So there are huge opportunities. We are a young nation. We have a huge youth population, and therefore, wherever for, like, I'm sure your question is more about foreign direct investment or foreign investment. Foreign investment is more than welcome, because once the sector grows, the opportunities keep coming in, and I think people are going to consume more and more content. We've already seen, like I said, with IPL, record consumption has happened in this year, and probably for the next few years, as we see more and more editions of IPL, the consumption is going to go up. So people are consuming a lot of content, and again, technology is playing a big part in it as well, because earlier, 4G was not easily available. Now 4G is easily available. 5G is also coming in. Hopefully in a few years, 5G will be there in much easier formats, and in 5G phones are there. The penetration of 4G phones is already going up. So many more screens have come up. TV penetration, and especially connected TVs. Now the TVs, all the old TVs are now giving way to new connected TVs, where you can easily watch your OTT programs without having a set-top box or anything. You can watch that. So I think all these technology advancements are also helping in the content consumption. Production is much more. Many shows are being produced, and there are a variety of new players who are already emerging. So there is all around ecosystem. The entire ecosystem is just becoming so big and huge and significant that I think we can take on the world very well. We'll probably become the largest entertainment industry in the world very soon, because we just have so many consumers in India.
I'm sure.
That's the beauty of this. That every single human being has to consume content. I mean, it's like FMCG. You have to brush your teeth every day. So whether you take content in entertainment or in sports or through live entertainment or through education, I think, is a part of this whole genre as well. So whichever way, you will be consuming content, whether you are doing it while you are flying, whether you're doing it while you're in train and car, or just sitting at home, whichever way, you're going to consume content. And when 1.4 billion people consume content, then imagine how much content is required. So,
Yes.
so there is no dearth of opportunity here. I think the important thing is, like I said, there is always going to be content, but whenever there is something new coming in, some innovation, something which breaks the charade, that it's always welcome.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. On that note, we wrap up this conversation. Thank you so much. So this was a first in this series, and it has been a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for sparing time. It's a Sunday afternoon, but still you managed to take out some time, Rohitji. It means a lot to us. And thank you so very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Anila ji. Thank you, namaskar, and all the best.